Hey, how would you like to look like a geek today? Or maybe even a nerd? Hey, welcome back to the AnKorage where everything is awesome, and we are going to play in Linux today. We're going to do a little bit something regarding a process monitor that I like to call BTOP. That's actually the name of it, but we're just going to pretty much get right into it. So if we go over to my virtual machine for it is this guy right here. So we're in Linux Mint. Here we are. So what we're going to do is, if we come out to Firefox or the web browser of your choice, and you come to this link right here, it's linuxways.net, and I'll put this down below. How to install BPYTOP on Linux Mint 20. So on in the Ubuntu however you want to pronounce it, versions of this, you have to use the PY version of this because it's written in Python. On Debian Edition, it's actually in the Software Center, and I'll demonstrate this here because you won't find it here. It'll show up right on top here. It's not here, so you have to find an equivalent. So for the Ubuntu version equivalent, it would happen to be BPYTOP because it's written in Python, so that's the PY. So to do this, what you need to do is you need to check to see if Python, which is the programming language, is installed on your system or not. So what you can do is you can just copy this, and then you fire up your terminal, and you paste it in, hit enter, and there you go. If it's installed, it'll tell you what version you've got in there. I've got Python 3.8.10 or 3.8.10. So there we go. I'm going to clear that out if I can spell it. There we go. And we can move on down. Step 2, install pip3. Now pip3 is the Python installer. PI. There you go. What it is a little long way out, I don't know. I don't care. So we just copy this, and it is a sudo action. Excuse me. And you put in your super secret password, which for me is not 123, and there we go. I already have it installed, so it's already showing up. And then we come back, and then you install BTOP by doing sudo pip3 install bpytop. So we copy that, bring that over, paste it on in. It's a sudo action because you have to have admin privileges, and it's using the pip3 Python installer to install that program. And I already have it installed, so it's already there, like that. And then we come on down, and it says launch. So you just throw in the name of the program, which is bpytop. You paste it, and boom, there you go. And this is it. Now this is a virtual machine, so I've only got one core going for it. But you can see it's very pretty. It's got a lot of different colors in here. It's not RGB. It's not unicorn poo or vomit or anything like that. It's just pretty. You could actually change this to grayscale or such like that, but I'm not going to go into all of the different ways you can customize it. My recommendation is just put it in there and just mess around with it. Well, how do I get to that? You can click on menu in the upper left hand corner here, and you get this, and you just click on options after it's highlighted, and then there, and you can go through and you can do all of these. It's all that, and you can go into see the different CPU stuff, memory stuff, network stuff, and process stuff. That's I'm gonna put that back. Come on. There we go. Default. There we are. Back to the default. Here we are. Sorry about that pause. But yeah, these are the different areas. Here is your CPU area. This shows your activity. This also shows activity. This is your memory and disks area down in here. This is your network activity down in here. And these are all of your processes. You can also find these in your process monitor and other things of that sort. You can go to monitor like that, system monitor. Boom, there it is. And we can go to processes, and there they all are. You can go to file systems, and there's that. You can go to resources, and you can get a nice little graphical thing like that. Yeah, it's kind of pretty, but it doesn't serve what I'm looking for. I want like one extra thing listed, so this does that. So I've got 4 different things being shown here, and I actually use this on my machine Celeria and on my Raspberry Pis. And so why don't we go and look at that for a moment after I get out of here. So to get out, you just hit escape, come down to quit. You can do that, or you can just close out of it altogether. There you go. We'll close that out. So why don't we go over and I will show you my system a little bit and show you how I use BTOP. And here is my workstation here at home. So I've got 2 machines down below. Those are Celeria and Odin. Battlestar Galactica logos right there. So there we go. I can tell you about that some other time. But you can see here's my setup. There's my microphone. I'm going to push this off to the side for a moment. And here we go. My keyboard, soundbar, monitor, mouse. I use a KVM switch to switch between one machine and the other. So right now it's displaying Celeria, which there it is, and there's BTOP running on it. So, and then if we look up here, I have what used to be a Chromebook. It's now what I call a Mint book because I have Linux Mint running on that. And I've got BTOP running up there. There's 2 instances of it because I've got 2 Raspberry Pis that are down here in what I call my data center. I've got 4 Raspberry Pis here, but I'm only using these 2 right now. The other 2 are just for whenever. And I've got a USB stick I made myself here and here. It's 500 gigabytes, 1 terabyte. I've got a 3¼ inch drive here for if I ever need it. And I've got an M.2 NVMe USB kind of thing for, you use that for backing up computers. I've got a hard drive here with the Family Media Archive on that, and that's going to end up inside of Odin down here because I think I threw away the power cord by accident, but neither sense. So if anybody comes over and they come through the door and they look at that and they're like, whoa, tell me about it. So I tell them about it. I might look like a genius or I might look like a mad scientist. And, I don't have the Death Star plans, but, it look like I do. And, of course, we've got the inspiration for the channel right here. Look at TUXQuest up there. This is my router, basically my network. And it's all customized with hammered copper paint. Looks kind of steampunky. There we go. Here's the camera I use when I join in on the Switch to Linux stream. And it's got a nice little, ring light. And this is the camera that I use when I make these videos. So, because that is connected directly to Odin, because that's what I use for my video editing, and I play a game on there. So there we go. So that is a process monitor BTOP that you can have running. Just like to see what the different processes are. You can go in there. You can kill tasks, stuff like that. You can change the looks typically. So basically, if you use the link down below, you can actually go to it and you can install it, play around with it, get it the way you like it, and such like that. Since I use Debian Edition, I've got different options for themes and such, but blocks, TTY and stuff like that. It doesn't appear that BPYTOP has that, but it's no matter. It is gorgeous one way or the other. And when you have the thing running, and it's like, if I have someone coming over, and they visit. And they look at it and they see it. You know, they see the mint book, and they see that, and it's like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's just telling me that those Raspberry Pis are alive. And they're like, whoa, that thing looks really complex, you know. It is and it isn't. It is because of all the different data that it's showing, and it's not because it's all together in one piece of software, you know. And it's customizable to a degree, and it's got a lot of pretty colors. You can have it all the colors. You could have it black and white or grayscale, things like that. And so I would suggest going in there and playing around with it. So that's pretty much it. So that was a lot of fun to do, and I'm gonna have more in the future. And I just had an idea for a dinner quest video. Who would want to see me make a quesadilla? That's good. So I might make one of those. So and take a video of it. It's very easy to do, and you can have it as a snack, an appetizer, or a dinner type option. Hence dinner quest. And of course, dinner quest isn't, you know, just about dinner, but in this sense, this is BTOP right now. Excuse me. So that's gonna do it for this video. So thank you very much. We will talk to you later, and please, once again, please subscribe and consider some donation of Dogecoin or Monero. It's pretty cool. And if you get this far, throw me a pine tree, and we'll talk to you later. Skál.